What do you think that's going to take time from since Ubiquiti can launch those enterprise products to it to be actually deployed by IT teams?
If you're in the cutting edge market and you need really fast stuff, yeah, you're going to look at all products out there. But the majority of enterprise, 25 gig is fast enough for them. Maybe 100 gig is faster for them. I know someone having a fit hearing me say that, but we know the reality is there's a lot of businesses that can survive on stuff. One of the presentations, I don't know if it has happened yet, so I won't spoil which one it is, but they talked about how many of the switches they had at this enterprise company or large medical facility were 10 plus years old. So life cycles are slow unless there's a reason to life cycle them. So as long as the network is working and packets are moving, even if they're not moving as fast as they could be, companies will hang on to that stuff for a long time.
But in regards to the IT team, that will be an easy transaction for them. It's an easy learning process from a brand like Cisco to UniFi.
Well, this is where UniFi doing direct sales, no reseller, allowing for the home market is a extremely smart strategy. So a lot of people realize the enterprise is driven by the home lab. There is so many of us that are people who use this stuff in our home lab who are then decision makers at the enterprise level. So when companies start or people start seeing that they can use this stuff, they go, oh, this works at home. I wonder if I got a bigger version of this and a bigger version of this. And eventually they go, why don't I just put one of these at work? So there's a real path to the open source that is now permeated in the enterprise world is because so much of them use it at home. And we're seeing the same thing with the UniFi. Everyone tells me a story of how they started at their home and started using it, and they're like, oh, well, I see it works at home, and I'm pushing terabytes of data at home. Matter of fact, some home users, because of their video streaming and things like that, well, I would say are more demanding on the switches than some maybe their business use cases, especially when you think about a professional services office with a bunch of people using Excel and Word, and the only thing they're doing is hammering out documents for lawyers or whatever that is. That doesn't require high speed. They can get away for a long time, but eventually those switches will come up due for replacement. And if the IT people have been testing UniFi at home going, well, my home network runs with it, doesn't have a license, I'll just add it to my own controller and manage it from home. So I think that's giving them the inroads. They're laying the foundation of having gear that's accessible, direct sale. Because I've seen a few competitors and met with them because I do some consulting with a company that told me they were going to compete with UniFi. But when I looked at their go-to-market plan, I was like, so you're going to compete with them, but you're going to put yourself behind a reseller. They go, oh, that's for Ubiquiti, doesn't understand the market. We need margin and resellers and no such thing as direct pricing. I'm like, you realize that's why people like it, is because we're IT people, not car salesmen, and I don't like dealing with car salesmen, and I don't like dealing with people who haggle on price and things like that. I just want to say that product is this much, and I'd like to have that product.